okay? That's what I'm here for. The Father rose us up for a reason, and we're here to let you know that judgment is here for you, alright? So he don't raise us up until the freaking end, alright? He always raises up his hidden ones right before destruction hits, okay? So his word is going forth in the earth right now. I behoove you to give this and listen, okay? It behooves you to humble yourself, okay?
Man, woo! This I got coming to you as soon as possible. What you just got done here and that little bit right there, I'm going to be having it come to you as soon as possible. I'm getting ready to take my bath so I can get ready to go get this money order. I'm going to get a little bit of herb. I'm thinking I'm going to do the $10 because so much shit I need, bro. I mean, it would be nice to do the popcorn buds for $20, but I got to get a freaking $78 money order. Let me do this math right quick. Let's see. My calculator. So 90 plus 48. My dad just sent me. Alright, 138 minus 78 leaves 60. Okay? So that's how much money I'm working with. $60. I mean, I could take that and put it on the internet, but I can't, bro, because I need shit. There's a lot of shit that I need. And more than freaking $5 worth, okay? I need bath stuff. I'm completely out of bath stuff. I need sponges. I need freaking Clorox wipes. Tigey's out of wet food, so he needs wet food. He needs some more treats. I need freaking dish soap. I need freaking laundry soap. Like, there's shit I need, you know, immediate needs. I got TP, I got paper towels, I got tobacco, you know, I want to do $10 in herb, so that'll leave 50, so then, the 40, I'm going to be spending that on freaking all the other stuff that I need, and I may be able to get me a little bottle of wine. You know, with all the suffering that I've had to go through this for the last several months, the last time I was able to buy a bottle of wine was back in freaking, I think the beginning of February or so, either the beginning or end of February. I don't remember. But I think it was more like toward the beginning of February. And I've been craving, you know, some wine ever since, okay? Bro, like, I need some pacification here, you know? And so, I should be able to get that if I'm frugal with, you know, the funds that I've been provided, okay? As far as the internet, that's going to be due tomorrow. It's $54 and some change. I'm going to have to wait for the blessing on that, okay? The date that it will be cut off, if it doesn't get paid, is the 26th, okay? So the 26th of July, if that $54 is not paid, then it will be cut off, alright? And because lately it's been so close to the freaking cutoff date, you know, I can only pay the past due balance. It's not like I can pay both. I ain't like, bro, I ain't got it like that. You know, I'm not getting it to where, you know, I can do everything, you know. I gotta finagle it here and there, you know. Goodness sakes. But I know, because it's within my spirit, and everything that's been within my spirit, the Father has confirmed, and He has validated, okay? I am still waiting on a validation that's within me that He is going to overturn my poverty somehow. And, you know, I won't ever have to worry about how I'm going to sustain my life, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that. I mean, I don't really worry about how I'm going to sustain my life, because that's in the hands of the Father. But it doesn't mean that I ain't got to suffer. Here soon is in my spirit that the time this suffering will be over, okay? And I can't wait for that. Like, bruh, oh my gosh. When that happens, All praises to my Maker. All the shackles and chains will be removed from me, and I'll be able to freely walk in my purpose, and there won't be nothing holding me back. Okay? So, it's in my spirit that that's coming very soon. I just don't know when. It'd be nice sooner than later, okay? Like, it's soon, though. It's in my spirit that it's soon, because we're in a paradigm shift right now. You know, and this paradigm shift means that those that are on top and wealthy and have all the riches and the resources of this earth, they are about to be humiliated. And the so-called scum of the earth, the hidden ones of the Father, he is going to elevate us, okay? And we are going to have, you know, wealth. We're going to have status. We're going to have all of these things, but it's going to be given toward the meek. It's going to be given to the ones that weren't seeking status and clout and wealth, okay? We were seeking the oracles of the Father. That's the difference. Our trust and faith is in the eternal power, not in money. That's the difference. It's about your heart. It's about your mindset. It ain't about what you say. It's about your actions and what you do. It's about what you have to go through. It ain't free. It's not free. One way or another, you're going to pay. One way or another. Either you submit yourself to the living power and you pay by way of suffering on this earth now because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. You pay your dues one way or another. I'm paying my dues by suffering in this satanic ass kingdom while I do the will of my Maker. Okay? But many people are paying their dues by putting all their time, energy, and effort into earning money. Because money is their God. Money is what they trust in. Okay? They trust in their wealth. Okay? You're paying your dues that way, and you want to be mad at me that I'm not paying my dues the way you want to pay yours. You want to be mad at me that I'm not a conformist to this world. This tastes like shit. It's the last of re-smoked doobies. Is actually the last one. Okay, I done smoked up all my doobies repeatedly. Okay, so this is the last one that I could roll up. What's left over, I can't even roll. I'm gonna have to smoke that in a bowl. And it's disgusting. Makes me want to freaking puke. You know, it tastes like shit. But it's the only way I can get, you know, my THC right now. So that's that. Yeah. Oh man. Damn, that is hot. Oh, that's really, really, really hot. Lord have mercy. I thought I put some cold water up in here. Goodness sakes, bro. Damn, that does feel good, though. Oh, goodness. take my water pill today? I think I did. I'll make a habit of taking it as soon as I wake up. But I woke up with swelling today. Left leg particularly, and my right foot swollen. I think fasting will help that, Fasting will definitely fix whatever the hell the issue is with the swelling, maybe. I mean, if it's dealing with my veins, I don't know if my veins can repair itself. I don't know everything, bro. All I know is that is when my doctor has done many tests. I've had many tests done. My heart is good. My liver is good. My sugar is good. I'm supposed to be having an ultrasound on my veins in my legs. But I haven't been contacted for that yet, Touchstone. That's what I was supposed to be doing. But, my doctor told me that they were supposed to be reaching out, but they never did. So I guess what I need to do is reach out to them. It's just my life has been so freaking crazy this month, I went to the doctor at the beginning of this month, and I didn't know that this month was gonna literally be hell for me. Like, I literally been going through hell this entire freaking month, bro. I can't even explain to you. Just the uncertainty, not knowing when the Father is going to come through, and or if, because I didn't know, and I don't know how far this has to go. He's keeping me in the dark when it comes to that. I mean, I know that he said this time around they're not going to be able to kill us. So, and he just put that upon my spirit. Because I ain't got no notes in here. It's contrary to prophecy that I'll be taken away and homeless and without internet. Okay, because the prophecy states that he's going to raise us up in the land of our captivity, and he's going to bring back to remembrance of who we are. We are going to change our ways. We're going to praise him in the land of our captivity and think upon his name. That means we're following after the mindset of the Good Shepherd, okay? We're walking in love. We're treating everybody and all creation the way that we want to be treated. We refrain from doing to others anything that we wouldn't want done to ourselves. We literally walk in this, and we help those in need, even in our own poverty, okay? I am a giver. I give out of my own poverty, and I have always been that way. I have always been a very generous person, okay? A very kind-hearted, generous, compassionate, loving person, okay? And I have not let this world change me, though it has beat me up all my life. My life has been hell, okay? So, but I've always been held in the hands of the Father, and the Father has always delivered me out of crazy situations that would have killed most people, okay? Or caused them to give up for sure, alright? But I sought for answers, okay? I didn't just accept what I was told all my life. So that being said, we are in the days of prophecy, where he has literally baptized us by fire. Those of us that's been obedient, okay? We've been baptized by fire, alright? So the word burns bright within me. The living word! Not the written words of dead men written in pages of books that's been manipulated and edited time and time and time again by the worst of the heathen. They are the ones that freaking so-called canonized it. They are the ones that said it is the infallible word of God. Okay, these are the people that thought to change times and laws. Okay? They gave you a fabricated freaking doctrine, alright? They gave you a fabricated freaking belief system, alright? They polluted and perverted the true doctrine, the way of the Nazarenes, okay? Yahushua HaMashiach, who the world calls Jesus, was a Nazarite. Okay, that means he did not eat flesh and blood. He literally came here to teach us how to love the creation. He came to give the eternal living law, the eternal living word that lives within all of us and was written upon our spirit and upon our heart, upon our conscience. We all know right from wrong. We all know good from evil. We don't have to read it in the pages of a book. You gotta unlearn the wisdom of this world in order to get elevated in the spirit, to be given spiritual eyes and understanding, clarification of the true reality, okay, in which we live in. Because it is literally like the Matrix. It's way scarier than you could ever even imagine. You live in freaking La La Land. You trust these worst of the heathen to tell you the truth when they've been lying to you for centuries. Bruh. My family, like, I feel for my family. It breaks my heart. Do you know that it tears me apart? Because I love my family the way that I love myself. But they are just so self-righteous and judgmental and holding on to all the preconceived ideologies that we've all been taught all of our life. And they're trusting the worst of the heathen that has been given the reins of the earth. Okay? They have been ruling with Lucifer, who was released during a half a time. Okay, this has been going on since freaking 1492 or so. Hell, the papal bull, one of the papal bulls was written in like freaking 1459 or so. Okay, giving them the permission to come to foreign lands that they knew existed, but they knew was inhabited by other people. They wrote papal bulls, the freaking Pope. Okay, your Roman Catholic Church, they know the atrocities they have done, but you look to these people as the authority. And the Most High didn't give them the authority. The Father allowed them to take authority by way of the sword. Okay? Now, they were given the power by Satan to rape, rob, and murder and destroy the whole freaking earth. But it's significant that they were allowed to the fourth part of the earth, the final part, the Americas. And you wonder why it's so bad in America. Because you get the worst of the heathen running it. My dad seems to seriously think that voting will help. Okay? He deeply, wholeheartedly believes in voting Democrat because we have allies in a Democrat party that's doing all they can to help so-called black people. He pleaded with me the other day to walk in love and vote. Like, are you serious, Dad? The whole system is corrupt, okay? How do you possibly think that voting is going to help when these people set up that system to begin with? They are the ones picking the candidates to put before you, okay? They give you Satan versus Lucifer. Like, what the hell, bro? No, there's a higher power outside of this system. My mom and my stepdad, hell, they don't even talk to me about their political beliefs, but they seem Republican to me. As well as my brother. Well, I know my brother is Republican. Okay? And they all listen to the worst of the freaking heathen that set themselves up in authority over us. My mom and my stepdad and my brother look down upon the poor. Their mentality is that you're lazy. Okay? They believe that because they were indoctrinated with that. We all were. Okay? But it has absolutely nothing to do with laziness. The poor are the Father's people. Bottom line. The poor is the Father's people. Many of the poor are misled and misguided. They don't understand that they live in a freaking kingdom that was given the reins of Satan. Now everybody knows we live in an evil world. Yeah, everybody knows that. But they don't understand why. And they think that it's just going to go on forever. That's where they err. That's where they're wrong. Because we're here now. The hidden ones of the Father. We're the ones bringing in the light. We're the ones telling the truth, which is, in essence, destroying the lies of Satan. This is what is going to usher in the new kingdom. This is why what we have is way more valuable than any of the riches and wealth of this world. I have been endowed with this spiritual fire to give to you so that you are able to elevate in the spirit. And those of you with the abundance of the wealth of this world, you are commanded, you are instructed to take care of the Father's people that have been raised up in this time to do that. Yes, it is your responsibility. I didn't say this in and of my own power. I'm being used by the Most High eternal power to speak this word to you. Okay? Yes, it's your duty to take care of the people of the Most High that's walking in their purpose and doing the will of their Maker. Not the ones that seek for riches of the world. No, not those of us that are going to be bought off with a bribe to where we can't say what He places upon our heart to say for fear that someone may not give to us. Our trust and faith is not in the people, but in the Most High, our eternal power. And with that being said, when we know that our trust and faith is in the eternal living power to sustain our life, do you really think that we're going to deliberately do anything that's going to cause the eternal living power to turn away from us with a quickness? I'm dependent upon that. I'm dependent upon the living power. Therefore, I ain't going to do anything deliberately that's going to cause my Maker to turn away from me. Therefore, I don't got no chains and shackles holding me back because I'm secretly coveting the riches of this world. All that shit is trivial to me. And it has been my entire life. And that's why my life was hell. And that's why I was always mislabeled. And that's why I was always ridiculed and criticized and condemned, accused, persecuted my entire life for simply being different, for simply having a different type of heart than most people who have become robotic upon this earth. Okay? Because this kingdom of Satan has created a whole bunch of robots that live in their flesh and ignore their spirit. But I ain't a robot. My spirit was created by the eternal living power, my eternal Father and my eternal Mother. And they love me. And they made me very unique in spirit. They gave me many gifts and attributes, all written within my spirit. The genetic code was imprinted upon my spirit. And all I had to do was silence the noise of this world and begin to listen. And then be obedient to the will of my Maker. And this is prophecy. It ties into that scripture in Baruch. Many of my people are misusing it because they refuse to do the necessary changes within their life. They're only looking at it surface level, and they're still focused on their exterior package, still focused on trivial physical matters, carnal matters, okay? They think that it's righteous, like they look forward. Man, I'm not trying to step on no toes, okay? But I'm trying to explain to you. You were meant to do more than be born on this earth, go to school, get a job, find a career, and get married and have children. That all of that is the plan of Lucifer to create more slave robots for evil entities to have their joy upon this earth. Okay? At the expense of the righteous who choose to turn from their fleshly desires and walk in the Spirit and allow the eternal living power to change them and mold them into being who He created us to be. Okay? We were created to be righteous in His image in the beginning. Our spirit was created in the likeness of the eternal living power. We had many powers and many abilities upon this earth, and these wicked people know that. That's why they suppress that with our diet. And our diet is not only dealing with what we eat, though that is a huge aspect of it, but it's also what they feed your mind from the time that you've been in school all the way throughout your whole life, because they reinforce it with the media. Okay? Everywhere you look, and everything is reinforced. We were born into a whole bunch of socially constructed boxes within boxes within boxes within boxes of this satanic ass system. And many people can't even see outside of one box, let alone all the other boxes that they're confined in. These are the people with the most hatred in their heart and the most judgment, okay? Because they have refused to unlearn anything that they've been taught to believe upon the earth. They want to hold on to all of that. They don't want to humble themselves like a child. Become humiliated before the eyes of your Maker. Yes, become humiliated before Him. You know, because if you don't, then you're going to become humiliated before the eyes of the entire world. And that's what's coming for the so-called elite. Okay? Because the things that we're bringing out at this time, right now, is bringing them to utter shame. Okay? It's shaming them. And who is it? Who? I'm in a tub right now. I'm sorry? Okay, can you give me a little bit? I'm in a tub. I'm in a tub. Oh, okay. I'll be out in a little bit. All right. Or somebody was knocking on my door saying that they'd given me something. They just put it on my door, so I don't want it to be out there for too long. So I gotta hurry up. So anyway, I'm just saying, I don't even know what the heck I was saying before that, bro. I was in my zone. I was in a zone. And I know I was talking about the Father and this prophecy, how he has bestowed to us the jewels, okay? We know what's happening. We know what's to come, okay? We are the ones that's going to be protected. We're the ones that he raised up to help you, and many of you continue to reject us to your own detriment. I don't like saying this to you. I don't enjoy telling you that you're rejecting me to your own detriment, because it's not me that you're rejecting. You're rejecting the eternal living power that loves you so much. He raised up the scum of the earth to tell you about your atrocities upon this earth, okay? And we have the qualifications to do this because we're living witnesses upon this earth, and we have went through the necessary changes that it takes to go through in order to bring you his word by the way of the Spirit, okay? We have to be baptized by fire, and in order to be baptized by fire, you got to unlearn the ways of this world and relearn by the Spirit of truth, by the Holy Spirit, okay? And that's why the messages that are coming across on this channel will cause you to change your heart and your mindset, okay? I ain't here to change your beliefs. You can hold on to that. I'm after your heart, because that's what the Father and the eternal living power is after, okay? I'm after love, because that's what the eternal power is after. You can keep your beliefs. If you want to let your belief system keep you from eternal salvation, that's your choice. You have free agency. I don't hate you for that. I'm going to give you this word, though. And what you choose to do with that is your choice. Now, you heard to get the heck out of here. Because I want to get that package, whatever that is, on my door. I don't know what it is. I tried to call her yesterday to see if she needed smokes, because she had texted me a couple of days prior asking me if I had one, and I told her I was smoking butts. I told her I didn't have any. I'm smoking butts, and she said she was too. And so anyway, she just knocked on my door. She said she put something on my door, so I'm about to go get that. I'm ready to do laundry. So I'm getting ready to go to the store. Actually having a ride because I'm gonna get some herb. So it's 100 and something degree weather out there today, and I really didn't want to be out in no 100-degree weather trying to take a bus and get a money order and all of that. So I'm really thankful that this person is going to help me out. Whew. Oh, I need a freaking water. I just wanna be happy, and I just wanna be free. Father, when will you intervene? I just wanna be free, unshackled to do what you call me to do. I just wanna be free. Bruh, these melodies be on my spirit like all the time, you know, and I sing them because it gives me encouragement. I love them, whether people like it or not. You know, I love what the Father has given to me, and that's what's important. It's important that I love it, you know. I do wholeheartedly. I know it's not perfect. I go flat. and whatnot. I don't claim to be perfect, but it's real. Most of your celebrities, bro, they're fake, okay? Yeah, your celebrities were brought to you by Lucifer. The people that you worship and you idolize, most of them are freaking pedophiles, you know? And they're brought up in the forefront. The more wicked they are, the more successful that they are. The more wicked you are, the more money you have. Okay? And the poorer that you are, the more righteous you are. Because your trust and faith, where your trust and faith is at. And you wouldn't wholeheartedly put your trust and faith in the eternal living power if you knew damn well you were living wicked. If you knew damn well you weren't keeping his eternal laws of love and life. You would know damn well he ain't gonna take care of you. He's gonna allow you to reap what you sow. Okay? Like, straight up. So you gotta do what you gotta do in order to survive. But I ain't gotta do what you do. I rather choose to humble myself and listen to my maker and be obedient. And you people want to demonize me for that. All you judgmental, self-righteous people. All you religious people. You got a mouthful to say about me, not even knowing how I truly live my life. But if you watch my videos or you listen to any of my audios on the podcast, you would know how I live my life, because I keep it real. Okay? You can tell when someone is a fake. All right? It's not that damn hard to find the pretenders. Okay? But because we've been living in a upside down, backwards ass reality where the fake is seen as real and the liars are seen as the truth tellers, and good is called evil and evil is called good, of course you think it's hard to spot a real one. Of course you think everybody is fake, and definitely, if it seems too good to be true, then it's definitely fake. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that thought that about me, not knowing how I truly live my life. As I stated, I wouldn't be able to wholeheartedly put my trust and faith in the eternal power if I knew I was doing wickedness. I have been sustained since April 1st of 2022. I ain't had no income since then, other than the paid per view survey. Alright? Which I only cashed out once. It was like for $70 something, and I have been doing it for over a year in order to get to that amount. Now I have about $16 and something on it. I could cash out at any time, and it'll be PayPal to me. I don't like to use PayPal due to my legal birth name. Now we're going to talk about this, okay? And I didn't know when the Father was going to lead me to talk about this, because I've been asked by one of my subscribers if Deshaun was my legal, birth name. Like, I was asked that just outright. So I wasn't going to lie about it, I said no, it's not. But my legal birth name comes with a lot of stigmas and labels. And already, my whole life I had to deal with the stigmas and labels of my outer package. And then, with my legal birth name, both of them together, that's like 2 strikes against me. It's like, it doesn't matter who you are on the inside. Your body says this and your name clarifies it. Like, bro, and so that's how I was treated my whole life. So I have developed a hatred for my legal birth name because of the stigmas and the labels that come along with that. And the stigmas and the labels and the social construct had caused me to hate my body at one point, and I still dislike, bro, I don't like having tits. I'm just gonna keep it real. Now, the last video I talked about this, I called it breast, but I don't normally talk like that. I want to keep it real, alright? I was trying to keep it civil and, not just be out here saying tits and whatnot, but, the Father told me to be real 100% on this channel, so I'm going to keep it real, okay? I ain't never like having tits because the moment they started growing is the moment I started being treated differently. Okay, I used to play ball. All right, I used to play basketball. I used to love it. Okay, and I was good at it. I was good at it. I had a sweet jump shot. All right. I even played on the basketball team before. You know, I played baseball. I played softball. I played sports growing up. I loved sports growing up. I love watching basketball and football. These were the things that I gravitated to. Okay? But one particular time, this was in my puberty stages, and I had begun to grow the tits, right? And so I'm out there, and yeah, my mother bought me a freaking bra, but they grew fast. Keep in mind, they grew freaking fast. So it's not like like my family, my grandmother and my mother would be like, "You've been blessed." And it was not a blessing to me, okay? To me, it was a curse, all right? And so, no, this is another thing he wanted me to talk about. I was never into gay pride parades, okay? That was never me. That was never my scene, okay? I went to a gay bar once in my life, okay? One time, because of curiosity, okay? I went to a gay meeting once, like a support group, okay? Because I was looking for answers and I was looking for help, all right? So anyway, bro, I think that was around maybe 2014 or so that I went to a gay support group. Well, it was a transgender. It was a male to female transgender support group here in Tulsa. Okay, I went there once, all right, and I was such an oddball there, bro. I still did not fit there. Okay, this was all female to male transgenders. Okay, and it was a support group for that. There was one other melanated person there, one other so-called black person, and the rest were Caucasians. Okay, or so-called white people. And though maybe one or two talked to me, the majority of them ignored me. I was still ostracized even among them, because I was still just so vastly different. My concepts and my goals and things that I wanted to do with my life was way different than most of them. I remember one of them, was in military uniform, and their desire was to be in the military and go kill people. Like, and I didn't judge them. I just sat there and held my peace. But I just looked. I'm just like, in my heart, I'm like, man, it's really sad. And at this time, I didn't even really know who I was. I didn't know who I was at this time. I didn't know I was an Israelite, and I didn't know the Father was going to call me to do what I'm doing now. All of that, I didn't know none of that, but my heart was different. I had no desire to join no military. I had no desire to kill people. So, that being said, I did not fit there either. I stuck out like a sore thumb. And they all was like, when did you start hormones? They all thought that I had started hormones already. I was like, well, I hadn't been able to. And this is where I had heard about Planned Parenthood, okay? So no, maybe this was around 2016, 2017. That was when, yeah, this was around 2017, not 2014. This was around 2017 when I went to that support group. Right? Yeah, this is because yeah. In 2014, I was on Caneva and all of that. But in 2017, I remember being on SL when I went to the support group. So I remember, my bad about that. It was like around 2017 or so. So anyway, that's when I contacted Planned Parenthood and was told for the third time in a row, um, well, the door slammed in my face for the third time in a row. This was my final attempt because at that time when the door slammed shut, that I couldn't get financial assistance. That they had told me that they had stopped doing that like a week prior, or a few days prior, or a week prior. No more than a week prior, they had stopped the program, and I was just in disbelief. I was like, "Are you serious? Are you really serious right now? Wow." So, yeah, I was angry. Shit, hold on. All right, I gotta get ready. I was angry. Long story short, the spirit spoke to me right then and there and said, "I created you the way I created you for a reason. You're in that body for a reason. I called you to do a work on this earth." And so anyway, I was instructed not to try to pursue getting a sex change anymore. He explained to me that I did not have to change my sex, that there was nothing wrong with me, that I was in this body for a reason. And at this time, I didn't know it was to shatter strong delusions and false realities. That came to me later. You know, at first it was to tell my story. It was to tell my testimony. Okay, that's what I was feeling the tugging to do. Tell my testimony of, the whole transgender thing and all of that. And it went from there. So, I didn't know that a big part of what, I didn't know a big part of it was going to be about this gender thing, bro. I didn't. I kept trying to steer away from this subject, because I know it's a touchy subject. I know people don't want to hear this, It's not itching ears doctrine like a brother. The same brother we went over a post before that I did. And anyway, the video that I uploaded yesterday, he commented under that video on Facebook when I posted it, and he said that this sounds like a long-winded, fluffy, smooth-talking doctrine for itching ears, telling people to repent, something like that, And I'm like, bro, this is nowhere near itching ears doctrine. Are you serious right now? Wow. Trust me, self-righteous people don't want to hear this. Oh my gosh. See, and that connects that the Messiah came to save those that are lost, not the ones that think that they already been found and think that they're following the law of the Most High when they refuse to examine the things that they've been taught to believe all their life. Like, bro. So if it seems like, I'm coming, to help the LGBT community, well, by damn sure, yes. It's for all those with the ears to hear, the heart to receive, and the eyes to see. It is not to condone immorality. No. I am not telling people it's okay to sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. No, I'm telling you that we must be pure before the eyes of our Maker. Okay? There's a difference here. You're not taking that into consideration. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. You may want to listen to these videos before you start judging. Because not one time did I tell people it's okay to, have sex with anybody. Alright? I'm here telling you that sex is carnal and of the flesh, and that we were never meant to freaking do that. That is the forbidden fruit. So how can you claim that I'm spreading, immorality, when clearly I'm spreading morality? Keep your clothes on. Don't be sleeping around. You'll get sexually transmitted demons, and you're impure before the eyes of your Maker. Okay? It's a carnal desire. is gratification of your flesh. We are to walk in the spirit, not in our flesh. Okay? You get horny and you want to act out these desires and gratify your flesh. That has nothing to do with your spirit. Your spirit is taking a back seat while you gratify your flesh. And guess who else gets to freaking pleasure themselves right along with you? The demons that's in your temple occupying a space. And they're enjoying the sex right along with you. Okay? Just like them demons enjoy my cigarette smoke when I partake of that. And the cannabis and the wine. Okay? We can choose our devices. We can choose our sins, but we cannot choose the consequences thereof. Okay? Now, I don't drink to get drunk and belligerent and out of my mind. Okay? There's a difference. When I drink, normally I'm in this word, or I'm listening to some Hebrew tunes and I'm praising the Father. And you can praise the Father no matter what you're doing. Bottom line is I ain't operating in wickedness upon this earth. And I put my flaws on this channel. I ain't claiming to be all freaking perfect. I am not self-righteous. I do my best to walk uprightly before the eyes of my Maker. There's a difference. Shalom.